Alright, so we got Leon with the most kills, Maffy with the most assists. No, Maffy with 1 assist. Almighty Malachi with 2 assists. Altkaran Oof, Kiba with 1 kill, 1 assist. Doom 4008 with 1 kill. And yeah, Leon, if you're there, would you like to do you want a Buster or a Rogue, or do you want to just raffle both of them? I could just raffle both of them to 2 random ones. You want the Buster? Okay, no problem, Kiva. I'll give that to you. As for this one, Leon said to raffle, so Kiva, go get the Buster. Let's go ahead and see who gets the Rogue. Hey, Maffy gets the Rogue. GG's. Okay, so I think I'm gonna choose to go this way, then this way. Saving grounds. This should be fine. There's a level 10 siege tower over here, but I do have good faith that you guys can take care of it. Now we can take that money. Alright, folks, y'all know what to do. Let me go ahead and reposition myself first. Hey, thank you for the Epic Templar, a mighty Malachi. Alright, let's take a look here. Come to KB Security and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead.
Huh. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me.
Objection!
I think you mean 1-2 punch.
That's the right. Trying to think of things through before finding. Oh,
Damn it. So, it says a red jewel, and I think there's only one person I know who would have a red jewel. Yeah, it says, if you don't give me the money, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. I think we could probably present this guy. Oh, damn it. It's still a mistake. Wait, that's the first game. Shows the contradicting evidence of the content of the blackmail letter. The contradicting evidence. Is it Ron's testimony? Because it says here, from the second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Oh my god, it's still a mistake. Okay, brain meats. We gotta put our brain meats and stuff together. I'm trying to think here. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content. If you don't want your true identity revealed, come to KFC security on October 12th and bring $50,000. Is it the newspaper clipping? Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Ammonon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is this jewel's color.
Color. I'm not much for discussing color myself.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other date. Quote unquote.
Red?
Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Ammonon that Masked Mask stole at all. Aha!
And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Right?
Well, that's what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you begin, quote, recovered, end quote, what was stolen. And received a, quote-unquote, jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped around conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Order the court. Order, I say. It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that.
Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atme? Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's quote-unquote identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
Oh boy. The identity that Luke wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as... This makes sense. This 100% makes sense. A blackmailer. Luke Atme was a blackmailer.
Objection! Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
Doug, you have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. When everything else is impossible, when you eliminate the impossible, the only thing remains is the only thing that's left possible. However Sherlock Holmes words it. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Ron Delight was also being... Our client was also being blackmailed by a certain somebody. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yeah, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would be that Ron Delight was actually masked a mask.
That is what we were claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh! Silence! Silencio! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight? In which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask. Well, yes. Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Ron Delight was masked to mask?
Yeah, he's soft. He really be doing that to us. Let's present the newspaper because this is the thing that talks about the first heist. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when he figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Mask to Mask was really Ron Delight. What the? Was he supposed to be Mask to Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why, you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and I'm also mask to mask. Alright, we've gone this far. Hey, thank you for the Epic Nightmare Berserker. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even dare imply that I could ever someone who does? Why not try doing something yourself with those big mouth of yours? You're all full of rules. I say none of you can compare to my GT. Oh, just really just Sagone! Desecrate me! Commemorate me! Ace detective cannot handle blackmail murder threats. I'll get away with all of it. It's enough to make one laugh.
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Mr. Atme.
Oh, come on, what now?
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one more thing. I will be the one to judge.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws aren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
Well, that's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. Hey, thank you for the barbarian, Kiba. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bowler's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Trite, I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense... The defense can prove it. With evidence.
Are you sure? Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces. Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night.
Is it the buzzer record or the buzzer? That's the only thing I could think of. Because it went off that night. Actually, let's backtrack a little bit. I feel like we fell into a trap if we did that. We gotta play it safe. We can't get way too cocky. What if we say we can't prove it? I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Atommy's testimony...
Objection! Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atby is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order! Order in the court! That's enough deliberation of this witness!
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all the courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atby will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means... he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
The fact that you weren't able to prove Mr. Atby's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murder.
Wow.
Alright, no problem, Drac. Hope you have a good one. And I guess we'll catch you later for some Genshin whenever. Now there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atby, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. As long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atby.
Objection!
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
That voice? No way.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
He seems to love what's out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron's delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing.
Oh, sir lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, Lucat.
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you?
Very well then, Mr. Look-at-me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. This game really likes to upload a lot. This game really likes to update a lot, I mean to say. For some reason. It updates as much as Discord and Steam. Alright, his testimony.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lord Lee Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zvari. Therefore, ergo, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But, of course,
How did you know about the emergency buzzer?
the police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atby's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec, just one chance?
It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix,
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
so it would seem.
What do you mean? So it would seem.
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last one. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial.
They have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
This is taking longer than I expected. Meaning that the only thing I could do is press on something that does not make sense. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. There's no evidence that contradicts the testimony. He had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Here's the thing. I want to know what the heck is this so-called important job request? The only other thing I could shoot my shot at is... the last statement. He says all the evidence points to the port, but wait. Wait a minute. The victim mistook the color of the jewel. But here's the thing. If he mistook the color of the jewel, why would he ask for the red diamond ring? Because the blue jewel in the newspaper is worth 100,000 American dollars. And this thing is worth 50,000. Mr. Atby, about this last remark.
Objection! You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
What?
I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Buller's office that night. Now, it's time for me to drink my last cup.
Nope. Let's do the Stream Raiders battle first, and then we can crack the case for this final bit. Alright, let's go ahead and debuff these guys over here. And just yeet everybody out of the playing field. Okay. Alright, Leon, you lent the most assists. Would you like a warrior or would you like a paladin? Let me know, fam, let me know. If not, I could just I could just raffle both. You want the paladin? Okay, sure thing. And there goes Maffy Maff with the warrior scrolls. Puggers. Alright, let's do the treasure trove next. Alright, if anybody wants to place a rogue, this is the only thing we have to do for this one. If you don't have a rogue, that's okay too. No, because this is not the correct one either. Because he says about this last remark. If I make the mistake, Phoenix Wright says about this last remark. Wait a minute, how could you...
Objection!
Oh my god! I'm not gonna get this last statement! My patience is being tested right now. It's like, every time I think of the possibility of something that doesn't sound right, the game is saying, no, you're stupid. I'm very curious as to what happens if we actually... Okay, so this remark doesn't work as well. Yeah, if only that can actually happen. This makes no sense. Nothing makes sense anymore here. Thank you for the Epic Nightmare Rogue, Neem Expert, even though you're only there for stream raiders. Still appreciate the support, my dude. Wait a minute. Hold on. The key card was included with the blackmail. But why do you say the wallet? Oh, you shut up, Phoenix. Because here's... The wallet was not left at the same place as the key card, was it? Unless it was. I can't memorize every single piece of detail in this case. Like, bruh. This is as much soft resetting as me getting the perfect Monster Hunter Stories egg. What about the buzzer? What about the buzzer? Oh my god. Which statement is this? Shiny hunting for the perfect court case. I think only someone who's beaten this game would actually like remember to tell me like how the heck I could be able to solve this part, but of course, said people who probably beat this game probably are either not on Twitch or just enjoying other games. Let me think here, let me think.
Hi, how are you?
Yo, what's up, Hotbox? Let me go ahead and give you a quick, I'm gonna go ahead and give Hotbox a quick shout out. We're trying to think in, I'm in the zone right now. Well, I mean, I can still interact with you guys, but when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. This is like the final boss stage. We're trying to find the one... We're trying to find the sentence that is the most sus. If we find the sentence that is the most sus, this dude is KO'd. Yo, thank you, Leon, for the shout out.
Cowabunga.
This is still not the right one. Why? Why is this so difficult? To just find one mistake he's saying. Ah, this is complete bull. This is completely bull. Maybe there's a hint? No, because even Mia says that there's no evidence that contradicts any statements.
Objection!
Oh my god. It's like every single statement is not correct. I think I touched the press button for every single, for like almost all the statements he's made, and what the hell? I don't want to have to look at a guide to tell me which exact statement I need to hit the press button on. This is a stupid statement. Why would you press on this? Unless it's the very first statement, because he says, "Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor." Okay, the first statement is not correct either. I mean, the first statement is not the one you have to press either. I feel like I pressed every single statement, and the prosecutor is like, "Oh, no, you're stupid. It's game over." Thank you for the epic nightmare rogue, Leon. Every single last remark is not working. All these last remarks. Let's see. I think I pressed everything already. I pressed that Mr. Delight was wearing his masked mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. Here's the thing. How could he have known that, though? Let's see what happens when we press this.
Objection! You still don't get it, do you, trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atme, it seems you finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How could you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his outfit, is that correct?
Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely
Foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? Oh, before we bought the dude who's standing in the stand. Unless he overheard in the other courtroom, he would not have known this. Unless he knew that he was in the office. As the real killer.
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way that you should have known about that. Yay! You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of info?
Well. Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those quote-unquote chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There's one and only one way for Detective Atby to have found that out.
Only one way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atby.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Masaka! Impossible.
Detective Atby, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene last night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known that what Ron was wearing.
Oh no, there's an earthquake.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, a tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atby, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight.
Who was in turn blackmailing all the pizza chefs, I mean, what?
And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atby tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me?
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Mask to Mask.
Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it. I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was found innocent.
Then, Mask to Mask is really innocent.
It would seem so. For now.
For now.
Well then, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
Confetti! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Mask to Mask after all. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4.
You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Oh, well then, see you around.
Mia.
Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait.
Nothing really matters anymore, though. Now that all this happened.
Come on, just be happy already.
Oh, Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off his mask and mask to boot.
Yeah, but in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming mask to mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired for KP Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became mask to mask?
Yes, but it's all over now. The broken bowl can never be put back together.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were?
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Oh, like this urn over here.
The sacred urn? Desi was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, Miss Delight.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either. Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say you hated criminals?
Hmm? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Desi.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? Put another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya.
No, you got it all wrong.
I'll never forgive you. Never, ever.
So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together, even better than before. Oh, finally! Gee whiz, that took long enough. This game is definitely longer than I thought. Case closed indeed. Gee whiz, these Genshin Impact back and up and ready yet? Or I could probably hop into another game in the meantime. PlayStation 5 players get to get their stuff now.